Hello and welcome to Astral Ascent. It's a new-ish roguelike that I've been playing on the Nintendo Switch recently. I say ish because it's been in early access for a while, was a Kickstarter game, but recently released in 1.0 and on other platforms. I saw a passing mention of it, I think on a YouTube video that I didn't even click on, so I'm sorry I can't even shout out whoever actually highlighted this game for me, but I literally just saw a YouTube video on my recommendations feed that was like, Astral Ascent is a new great roguelike for the Switch, and I was like, cool, I'm in.
Come, hear our wisdom.
It is, I'll get into a run, but it, I think is one of the first games that I think gets a lot right about what made Hades work. You can see here, I'm in this hub that is not so dissimilar from Hades' throne room and that whole area with a bunch of characters that you can kind of get to know better and chat with and learn more about over time. They all provide different services for you as the player. But why don't we get into an actual run, and I can show off what that's like. One of the interesting things that's worth highlighting right at the top is that actually, where is the person I started a new run with? Oh, right here. One thing that's worth highlighting at the top is that there are multiple characters you can play as. So
I'm bored here. Nothing to do.
Here's Kieran.
I need to get out there and punch skulls or something.
The whole game is voice acted. All the voice acting is really good. It's been like really surprising how solid all the voice acting is. I am not playing as Kieran at the moment, but you can also play multiplayer, which is wild. So not only are there different relationships that each of these characters have with the other NPCs and other characters around this hub area, but on top of that, you could play it multiplayer, which is pretty cool. Let's see what this person wants.
Your first skills you have found. To you now, they are bound. Skills, skills. Remember the glory of this.
Sorry, I have to screenshot that. That's very funny. I really like all the characters. I like all the voice acting. The setup for the plot is interesting. It's about this character, Isla, who... Ooh, am I going to make it? Oh, I made it. Wow. Oh, and I jumped off immediately. Anyway, I'll get back up there eventually. You have snuck into a like fantasy version of a maximum security prison, which I know this doesn't look like a maximum security prison, but it sure is. And the guards of this prison are the 12 signs of the Zodiac, which also rocks. I'm gonna fly.
Assassin, our fate is in your hands.
And you need to defeat all 12 signs of the Zodiac to escape. So one of the interesting things you can see on the bottom left, I have, you can see the different button prompts, and above the X button there are 4 different things right there. Those 4 different things are 4 spells that I have access to. So you can see if I use this, we then move to that one, and then that one, and that one, and that one. Right now all 4 spells are the same because I'm just starting this run. But what's cool about this game is that over the course of runs you will get different spells that you can slot into that deck. So let's see which ones. A dash forward, slashing opponents on the way. Ooh, this one comes with a buff also. On spellcast creates 3 ice fragments, which are projectiles that bounce and pierce enemies. I'm going to pick that up. So now I can replace any of these 4 spells in my deck, as it were, almost like Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep, Chain of Memories-ish, with this spell that I just picked up. So I'm going to do that. And now you can see that I have this spell. Also, because at the beginning of a run, I get to pick just kind of like a random upgrade for my signature spell, which I'll show off in a second. Signature spell gains Fire Shield for 4 seconds. That's interesting. Increase the signature spell damage by 100% seems pretty good. So I'm going to go with that. Each character that you can play as has a different signature spell, so Isla's is great, and it allows me to just, like, whatever character I'm highlighting or whatever enemy I'm highlighting, I can just warp over to them and I hit them, which is pretty great. So with those tools, you have, your double jump, you got a dash here, you have a basic attack, which I should probably use to refill my mana. You can see I have a mana meter there, which determines how many spells I can use. There we go, we're all full up. Yeah, so with my 4 spells, with my signature attack and with my basic attack and this dash and stuff, you have a pretty wide arsenal, and things can change pretty dramatically. Let's see. So if I do this room, it's an exploration room, which means you just kind of run around and look for stuff. I get quartz, which is a currency per run. It's a per run currency, not an overall currency. This is a rogue-lite, not a rogue-like, I should say. Let's see. This gets an aura reward, which might be worth showing off, and this gets keys. It's also just a fight room. So let's do an exploration. Get an aura reward.
Wait for me, sisters. I'm on my way.
So we're at the beginning of a run. We're in this first area. Obviously, it's not super difficult. The enemies aren't going wild. It's just these little guys who bounce around a bit. Generally speaking, I just think this game is absolutely gorgeous. I love the music. I love the art style. I love the animations. Like, everything about it is really top-notch. I've been really, really impressed, generally speaking, just by, like, every piece of this game. Whoop. Who are you? Hidden Yali.
Dear Yali always carry tickets around.
I have no idea what that means. That's one of the other things about this game is I'm just like still learning what's possible. I have only beaten one of the Zodiac prison guards. The first one was Taurus, which I don't even know if I have to fight them again now that I've beaten them, but I guess we'll see as we get further into this run. But each run, you leave and come out with... this is a thing where if I had gotten some keys beforehand, I could open that up and upgrade some spells.
I've got options.
Increases snowflake damage by 30% on spellcast, creates 1 ice fragment. Let's pick this up. So you can see down here I have 3 aura slots. These are just kind of modifiers for all of my spells, which are pretty great. All right, this one I get 3 keys. This one I also get 3 keys. They're both fight rooms. One of them is more difficult than the other. I'm going to say go for the more difficult one. Why not? We're early enough that that's not really going to change the calculus a lot. Hello.
Fresh from the bush.
Let's, there we go. Just wipe that guy out. Woo. Okay. Oop. I took some damage. There we go. Oh. Pretty easy. And I got 3 keys out of the deal, which is nice. All right. What do we got now? This is going to give me a gambit reward. I do want to show off what gambits are. Oop. That's not the right button. So,
Let's proceed.
Let's see. Is there a way to see what my build is right now? Yes. So you can see here I have this dash forward, the fatal dash, slashing opponents on the way, but I have this other thing that says on spellcast creates 3 ice fragments, which is very cool. That's what's called a gambit. So you can see I have these slots in these spells. Those are modifiers for each of the spells. So if I get to the end of this room, I will unlock a gambit that I can apply to any of the 4 spells that I have here, which is pretty cool. So I think it's a little bit like, weirdly, if you've played Slay the Spire and you start Slay the Spire and you start to understand that, you know, your basic spells and shield attacks that you are given at the beginning of a run, like maybe you don't want to fill your entire deck with like just the basic spells and you don't want to upgrade just the basic spells. Similarly, you know, you start with these 4 spells, 4 of the same generic spell. It's kind of good to bail on them over time if you can. I'm going to claim this reward with the 3 keys that I got earlier. I found a big mistake that I keep making is not spending my keys enough. So this key unlocked a thing called a feather, which allows me to upgrade this spell to just like do more damage.
Such power.
And I'm going to be holding on to that dash spell, so... Ooh, who are you? Cool. All right. I'll say yes. Just get a bunch of currency out of the deal. Ah. As you can see, the combat pretty fluid. It feels really good. I think the game overall mechanically has a little bit of a learning curve. Not that that's really a problem for roguelikes, but they definitely do throw you a little bit in the deep end when you get started. So I think just like a heads up that if the game isn't really clicking for you on the first run or two, give it some more time because there's a lot going on here, and for the most part, it all works. Like I don't really have any critiques of this game for the most part, outside of like, yeah, it's a little bit dense when you get started, but I think overall it's just like a good fun time. On a spellcast, apply one target. On each hit, 20% chance to create a lightning orb. What was this? On spellcast, creates one plasma. This is actually one of my favorites, so I'm going to go with this. I'm going to put it in the dash because I'm going to hold on to the dash, and I have a bunch of slots open already. So now when I do that dash, I know we're kind of stacking up that dash to make it better, but Teleric Ruins, spell reward. I actually don't know what this kind of room is.
Ruins.
Oh.
New spell.
Oh, I don't even have to do anything. I just get a spell. All right. Sprints forward, leaving behind dust. It ignites shortly after. That seems pretty cool. On spellcast, creates one snowflake. Dashes through opponents diagonally before smashing to the ground. I'm gonna try this. I've never seen this one. Nice. So now I have a new spell. I'm gonna try and get some quartz because before the boss room
requires precision.
there is a store. Oh, let's hit this thing. Do some damage. Just generally speaking, good to have some quartz in the bank. That's a cool move. Woo! So you can see the density of enemies and the amount of damage they can take is definitely starting to increase. There we go. There we go. Get some quartz out of a chest. That's also nice. Hello. Alright. So this guy's standing next to a flower I can't kill, which is definitely a little bit annoying. Woo! You got me. Oh, and the flower got me. Man, standing right next to this flower is super annoying for me. There we go. Oh, wow, I got hit by that. Damn. All right. Oh, God. I didn't even see that there. Oh, secret chest. Love that. Get some more quartz out of the deal. So you can see once you blend all these abilities together, you're a pretty destructive force, especially when you start upgrading stuff. I don't know if you also notice all those green gems I've been acquiring. You can see I have on the ZR button the ability to do something with those green gems, and that is the ability to heal myself, which is, obviously very nice. So I can upgrade this and get 2 feathers out of the deal, which will double upgrade whatever spell I want, which I'm going to say yes to.
I can absorb power from this feather.
And I'm going to use it on this astral powder thing I just got.
This improved my spell.
Nice.
Now, what's next?
The Void. I made the mistake of going into the Void on my last run, and I will not make that mistake again. I will just tell you, it is absolutely wild. It's absolutely wild. I kind of don't want to spoil it for you. I think you should, if you pick this game up, you should experience the Void for yourself. I'm going to go in here because it's more difficult and I get more keys out of it. And I have a healing item all charged up.
I'm on my way.
So
An ambush.
if I get hit a bunch, it'll be all right. I also, at this point, have enough quartz, I think, that I can just buy a healing item if need be. I love this guy. He's got a little bongo. I did kill him, despite saying that I like him. Woo. So, it's also worth mentioning that every character that you can play as has their own suite of spells that you can unlock. So not every character is using the same pool of spells. I have been kind of ignoring the other character, I should say, that I have at the moment. Mainly because I want to get used to the game kind of at its default setting before I start branching out a little bit, which is like kind of what I do with most roguelikes, where that's a possibility, like Binding of Isaac, for example, like just playing as standard Isaac for a while at least, until I got my feet under me, and then trying out the other characters you can unlock. Similarly, I want to see how far I can get with Isla before I branch out a little bit. I do want another Gambit, so I'm going to go the Gambit route. Hello. Okay. This guy's almost gone, so we can just get him out of the picture. That'd be nice. Alright. How are we doing on mana? We're doing fine. Like most rogue-lites, including Hades, for example, in this game, as you... I'm going to hold on to my keys, actually. I keep getting hit by these flowers, which is new for me. You can upgrade yourself in permanent ways between runs. You can see, for example, I have, I have 5 mana bars right now. When you start the game, I think you only have 3. I think you start at 200 health, and I now start with 275 health. So over the course of time, you will unlock permanent upgrades for yourself, and a lot of the stuff that I've been accumulating is stuff that carries over and becomes currencies that I can use outside of runs. So quartz, which you can see at the bottom, I have 172. That's per run. I'll show you some of the other ones as we get further in as well. Gambits. You can see I have these stars. Those stars are also per run, and the keys are per run. But all of this will accumulate and kind of merge into another currency that I can spend outside of a run. All right, on each hit, 30. So these are gambits. So again, I can attach these to the spells that I already have. On each hit, 30% chance it creates 1 slime. What does slime do? A projectile bouncing ball of slime. That's silly. Creates a fire shield. Applies 1 electrify. What does electrify do? Creates spark on basic attack hits. That seems good. It's a common gambit, though. Are they all common? They're all common gambits. I am going to pick this one. I'm going to apply it to this astral powder. That seems fun. This is one of my favorite places in the game.
Mountains of gold.
You can see these 2 eyes watching me in the dark. So this is just like a huge reward, essentially, that I'm getting. And do I want ice or electricity? I kind of want to go with this. Hello.
Surprised to see you.
So now I get all 3 of these. On spellcast, summons 1 spirit sword. That's pretty nice. Do I have another slot here? I do. I feel like I should start throwing gambits on my other spells, though, just considering I don't know if I'll be able to replace them before the boss room, because we're getting pretty close to it. Thank you, friend. You can see we have 2 rooms left, and one of them is a shop, so the odds of me getting another spell are pretty slim, unless I buy one at the shop, which I can do.
It'll be over in no time.
I think one of my things that I'm hopeful for, but I don't know, I have not confirmed for myself, is if I will be able to skip this area as I get further into the game, like once I make it. Because, I mean, if I'm understanding correctly, there are 12 signs of the Zodiac. That would also mean that there are 12 levels, and this is just level 1, which could mean that runs go super, super, super long, unless they give me the opportunity to skip to places that I've already gotten to in the future. That was pretty cool. Oh. Had a little bit of an ego for a second. And I got hit. Ah! Okay, let's just use that. There we go. Some keys. That's a lot of keys. Alright. Yeah, now we're at the shop. I love the shop. You can sit here and just hang out.
I wonder how my sisters are. I miss them, even though they were strict and violent with me. This might be for the best, maybe.
Look at that.
Looking for something to drink?
We're learning stories. All right, so I have 33 stars. I can use 6 of them if I want to just heal myself right off the bat, which I'm maybe considering doing. Increase my max life by 15. So this is in this run, just to be clear. Let's talk to you.
Isla, I think you're well on your way to becoming a regular here, don't you?
I am. Your cocktails taste so comforting. It's almost like you know my exact tastes. Wait, do you?
Haha. All I can say is, I've got eyes everywhere.
I'm obsessed with the voice act. Like, all the voice acting is so good. All these characters are great. This is kind of what I mean when I say it's like it's taken the right notes from Hades. They've infused what is like a really solid roguelite with just like great narrative and great characters that I like legitimately want to hang out with and learn more about. I'm gonna increase my max life by 15.
To do her job. This is delicious.
I'm also gonna increase my strength by 5. I'm gonna heal myself. Oh wait, I should actually use this
I
first.
feel so much better.
There we go. And then I do this, and then it refills my charge. There we go. I have, what, 11 left? So I can just increase strength again on the way out. I forget what this does. I think I can just use it every time if I want. Yeah, I can just upgrade an aura. I only got 1 aura on this whole run.
Ancient artifact.
I'll do that. And then I can spend my hard-earned quartz on a spell. Which I think I will do. On each hit, 40% chance to apply 1 pacificate. That's interesting. Unrelenting tornado. 2 different kinds of tornadoes. There's a bouncing ball of water. I think I want this one. You can see if I hold the L button, you can see a little preview of the spell, which I also really like. It's a really nice quality of life thing. I'm going to pick this up. I'm going to drop it into one of the ethereal knife slots. Nice. And do I want a gambit to go along with that? Is a question. I can apply poison and burn with that move. I think I will do that. That sounds really fun. Just like the amount... look at that. That's a really fun spell. The amount of customization you have over your spells and attacks is like really very cool. Like there is still that level of randomness. You know, so it's not unlike in Hades getting different boons and stuff and being able to choose which ones you upgrade and how you pair them and things like that. But I do think the fact that each of these spells have 4 gambit slots and you could like be applying whatever gambits you want to them, and then the auras on top of that, like they definitely throw you a little bit in the deep end in terms of what you have at your disposal. But I think it all really coalesces and creates something that feels unique and something that feels really interesting. So kudos to this team
Come back
for
soon.
putting this game together. I just am
I'd
really
better
impressed
be
by it.
ready.
All right, are we fighting our guy again? Oh yeah, he's back. Look at that. How cool.
Ah, back already? Good. Let's have some fun.
Last time wasn't enough to change your mind?
Change my mind? Why would I do that? I love sword fighting. I missed it way too damn much.
So I have gotten my ass kicked by this guy a lot, and have only managed to to beat him once. I'm gonna use my Okay. Whoa. Ah! I just think I haven't fully gotten there in terms of really mastering what's going on in this game. Which, you know, am I expected to immediately? Like, probably not.
Burn it up inside!
Okay. Ah! Okay, so this, I need to hit these. Eek. Okay.
Oh, nice! A real fight for one!
I mean, just listen to this music also. Like, unreal. Anyway. I'm gonna focus on this fight. Whew. Ah! I should have focused on the fight. I think I might win. I mean, I have a whole
On fire up!
health recharge also. Okay. So I'm feeling pretty confident, but I don't want to get too cocky. Oh, shit. I love being able to just teleport to wherever the boss is. It's like such a sick move. Oh, damn. Ah! Okay, okay. I think I'm there. Nice.
Yes! That was fun!
Look at that. And goes Taurus. Get some rewards. Get a lot of rewards. Ooh, I get some auras out of the deal. What do I want? Increases wisp damage. Applies one target on nearby enemies for each mana spent. That's really interesting. On enemies with Electrify, deal 15% more damage. How many of my spells have Electrify on them? Just one. What is this? On enemies with Burn, 10% chance of critical hit. I'm kind of interested in this.
Powerful aura.
So every time I spend mana, I'm going to get a critical hit on somebody the next time I attack them. Seems pretty good. All right. I'm going to call it here. I think this is a pretty good showcase, at least of the opening of this game and what's going on. Just know that when this run eventually ends and I die and go back to the hub, there will be a bunch of characters who will have things to say to me and want to talk and chat about a bunch of stuff. Can upgrade things permanently, can get new spells to maybe show up in future runs. Just a lot going on. That's Astral Ascent. It's a great game. I'm playing it on the Switch. I like it a lot. I think it's available on other stuff. I don't know for sure. But yeah, thanks for watching. I'll catch you later.